EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Franks now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Edo Blue. Black Ultra. Black Blue.
Franks looking to throw.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because That was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Red, cycle. Ready?
Franks trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Love to pass.
There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Second and 5 now.
Love. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 17, Love. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The Panthers sit 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now Franks.
Pushes him over. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blasted.
Running for it, Montgomery. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On 3rd down, Love. He finds his man complete. That's Ramsey. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown.
Eno Benjamin,
his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franks. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ready, ready. Shot. 17.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
6, 11.
On play action. Love to throw.
Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Edo blue. Black ultra. Black blue. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Ready?
To try again after the sack. Love. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Hey, blue. Right, white. Blaster, 6.
Love. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore.
Ready, set.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Franks. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now a second down throw. Here's Franks.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
10 cycles.
A final shot before break. Franks. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
560.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
22 needle. Trouble, 38.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. That pass complete to Moore.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 8.
Ready?
Back to throw. Franks. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here we go.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter from Charlotte.
43 rail. Drills green. Steel black. Set.
Back to throw again.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Got it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Yellow. Red. Ready?
Love now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ramsey.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On the ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, hut. Check, pink. Hut.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, green.
On 2nd and 9, Love. On the check down, he finds Kamara.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yellow blue. Black ultra. White blue. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, at least it appears that way, and he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Drill, 52. Stay.
A first down throw. Here's Franks. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They go play action with Franks.
To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
50 series.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these 2 sides. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They know if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Love out to his left. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Just too many short underneath throws. They've got to get the ball downfield.
And in a hurry.
Ready. Red, yellow.
Love looking to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right.
Love.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Corner, 10. Green back.
Back to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Drill green. Field black. Hey, red. Black shot.
He'll look to throw.
Again, that's Hurst. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here we go.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal.
Red.
They'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.